Amy Pascal said, "What? This can't be right." So she just says right out loud in front of a microphone on an interview with Fandango. She says that we're not done with Spider-Man movies. This is one trilogy, there's going to be another. That's the headline I read. And then I went to the Fandango website to read exactly what it was that she said. Quote, the question is, as you wrap up this trilogy of films in collaboration with Marvel Studios, can I say something about that? Sure. This is not the last movie that we are going to make with Marvel. This is not the last Spider-Man movie. We are getting ready to make the next Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland and Marvel. It just isn't part of, we're thinking of this as 3 films. And now we're going into the next 3. What the hell was she going to say right here? It just isn't part of, what, the universe? It just isn't part of, we're thinking of this as 3 films, and now we're going to onto the next 3. This is not the last of our MCU movies. Okay. It's Amy Pascal. I need Kevin Feige. I need the guy who actually operates the MCU to say that. When she says it, it makes me think of the ending of the Venom movie where it looks like, and he turns on the TV and it's J. Jonah Jameson revealing that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. They have the rights to do that. And I feel like she thinks she has hopped from the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters into the MCU. So in her brain, yeah, Venom's in the MCU. We're going to do more films in the MCU. But then she says what she says about Marvel Studios and how they're not done. So I'm confused. If I want to be a pessimist and read into it, then I'm going to read into the negativity of it. And, well, she really thinks that she can just make Spider-Man and Venom have a movie and think that it's in the same universe. All it takes is Kevin Feige to contradict the events of that movie with his next one. And when I say that, I mean, let's just say a building gets demolished, okay? And then in the very next MCU film, the next time they're in New York, that same building that was demolished, so look, the Empire State's still standing. You know what I mean? They can literally undo what you just did and ignore it purposefully because you can't say what's in the MCU and what's not. You're another studio. So if I'm looking at it pessimistically, if I'm looking at it positively, hooray, we're getting 3 more Spider-Man films. This is the greatest hero that Marvel has. Aside from Ironheart, Riri Williams, this is the most profitable hero that Marvel has. And if we're getting 3 more, then these guys are going to be pumping them out 2 every single year, second year, 2. I know that this film this year was delayed. Obviously, we know why, but they were supposed to have a movie in 2017, Far From Home in 19, and then No Way Home was supposed to come in 21. So I reckon if they're already signed pen to paper and she's so sure of it, shit, we're getting this next movie in 2023, then 25, and then 27. And by then, Tom Holland will be too old to play Spider-Man, as he said in that old interview. That is the big takeaway from that little snippet. And she volunteered this information. No one was asking for it. She just goes, "Oh, by the way, since you brought up Marvel Studios, can I just say something about that?" So she's going to continue. She's going to give another answer that was interesting to me, where it goes like this. Fandango asks, is it tougher to weave together the Spider-Man universe in because Sony also has the other universe of characters like Venom, Morbius, and then there's the MCU characters? Is it a bit of a juggling act to manage all these different characters? And then Amy Pascal. You remember that Amy Pascal interview where she was talking to Feige in the interview? She's like, he's going to be in the same world and anything is possible. And all that Feige had to do was smile. A day later, big release that says, no, these things are separate. It's almost like she has a grasp of universes because when she answers this question, she's going to address it. She's going to reference that, well, there's the Marvel universe, okay, which is one container. And then there's the Spider-Verse movies, which are different. I think she's talking about the animation because the way that they mentioned Spider-Verse later on in this interview, it's the animation. So there's the animated Spider-Verse stuff where Miles is Spider-Man, that thing. There's the Marvel universe. And then there's the other universe where the Sony characters are in. We all are very respectful of each other and work together and make sure that we're only being additive. That right there is, you get a gold star, Amy Pascal, for having a grasp of what the hell we're talking about here when we talk universes. And then the last part of the interview that was important or worth sharing, in my opinion, was at the bottom where they go, "Do you think we'll ever see Tom Spider-Man in a movie not connected to the MCU?" Her answer: "We all want to keep making movies together." How's that for an answer? To me, that's positive. How's that for an answer? All right, you guys want to make movies together. It sounds like you you wanted to make this one, No Way Home, badly enough, and we did it. Okay, so if it could be accomplished once, it can be accomplished again. But maybe she also could be strong arming. Like, yeah, we all want to do it. So Kevin Feige, take your little cut. Hey, Disney, you guys are gonna get what 25% of the box office. We're gonna get 75. It doesn't really answer the question. It just says how we all want it. Um, that's a hardball answer. It's not a pleasant answer that I wanted to hear. We all want to do it. It sounds like, okay, then what's the obstacle? I mean, you answered earlier that you were going to work with Marvel Studios, but now it's like, oh, we all wanted. Um, I'm pretty curious as to if Tom Holland will be in another film unattached to the MCU. I don't know if he'll ever sign that contract though. He's in control of his own stuff. He's not gonna want to do a thing where he doesn't want to be at. It's like in wrestling. Brian Danielson didn't want to be in the WWE. He went to All Elite Wrestling. You can do that. You're in control of your own destiny. And I don't think Tom Holland would sign a contract to be in a movie that's not canon to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Or as Nate Moore would call it, the main Marvel 616 universe. That video, I swear to you guys, I've been thinking about what to say about recast T'Challa. I'm gonna update because Nate Moore had something to say 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna just compile a bunch of different quotes and put it into a video. God willing, that is the plan here on Showmonger. Until then, this was the Amy Pascal talk regarding Spider-Man here on Cyber Monday, Spider Monday. It didn't even register with me that Cyber Monday and Spider Monday were that's what they were going for. Not until this week. Not until yesterday, I think I figured it out. And it's Spider Monday. Cool. Did you guys get your tickets? I hear that Fandango and websites like that all crashed, as to be expected. I was expecting another trailer to come out to promote tickets available now, and it would have all three Spider-Man. It's about the middle of the day, Eastern Standard Time. That trailer has not showed up, so maybe it's not happening at all. Or maybe there's like a sporting event where they'll play that, and when websites are done from crashing, then all the casuals can come and get their tickets. You know that just because if you didn't get your tickets, it's not the end of the world. What they're gonna do, let's say your multiplex has 20 screens, okay? Today, 10 of those screens were released for tickets. So the 3D seats, all those are going to be taken. All those close-up seats that no one wants to get, those are all going to be filled, and then they'll open up more screens for everyone else because that's how they operate. They want to sell and make sure all the tickets early go, so all the bad seats can go, and then there will be more closer to the day because this is a business. Business is always going to want to feed its customers. All your favorite movie theaters will have every screen showing this film, just like it was for Avengers Endgame. I don't think there was a single screen that was showing whatever pet movie that they were doing that time of year in April of 2019. Last thing, Spider-Man related. What was it? The trailer where Zendaya and Ned and Tom Holland were talking. He goes, "I'm Tom Holland, Spider Monday, not Cyber Monday, and I got two people to join me." And it was Zendaya and Jacob. And then he go, "Yeah, who else would it be?" Don't tease it. You're teasing it. I'm expecting them. If you don't expect them, bro, it's okay. It's okay to have hope. Spider-Men are coming.